Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. In this video, guys, we have another Funko review. That's right, we're going to be taking a look at the Funko Walgreens exclusive Pop number 176 Clone Commander Cody. Now, this particular guy, I actually picked up at Walgreens.com. I checked all my South Florida Walgreens stores and none of them have this guy in stock yet. Usually stuff that I've seen that are exclusive to Walgreens comes from the West Coast and travels to the East Coast. So he hasn't hit at least the South Florida stores yet for Walgreens, but I would say this guy is a dynamite pop nonetheless. Now, if you're not familiar with Clone Commander Cody, he basically debuted in Attack of the Clones, which was the second Star Wars movie. Now, this whole design that you see for this particular figure, which we'll talk about further in the breakdown segment, really comes from the Revenge of the Sith movie, which was the third Star Wars film. I liked Revenge of the Sith. A lot of people hated it, but I thought it was a good movie nonetheless. Basically, the bad guys won, which you very rarely see, especially in the sci-fi movie, that a bad guy group usually would win the day. And this particular movie, in case it's Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, the bad guys won. So with that being said, a little bit background for Commander Cody, we're going to go into a full breakdown segment. We're going to look at the packaging as a whole. We're going to take the figure out of packaging. We're going to look at the paint, the articulation, the design, the aesthetics, and the accessories the figure may have, and conclude the video in final thoughts for you, the viewer. Should you pick up the Walgreens Funko exclusive Pop number 176 Commander Cody figure? Stay tuned, guys. We're going to go into a breakdown. Okay, guys, we're in a breakdown segment looking at the Funko Walgreens Star Wars exclusive Pop number 176 Clone Commander Cody. So the very first thing we always do in a breakdown segment, we look at the packaging as a whole, the design. It's your very typical Funko packaging. You have, of course, the face over here on the side. You have the Walgreens exclusive sticker here, which means it comes from Walgreens. At the bottom, you have the write-up of the name, which says Clone Commander Cody. On this side, you see a shot of him as he would look as the figure. Over here, you have a write-up that says Clone Commander Cody number 176. You have a picture of his head here and a picture of his head on the top, and on the back you have kind of a listing of all the actual Funko items that were available in that particular wave, as well as a design picture of him very similar to this side of the packaging. Okay, guys, we have Clone Commander Cody out of packaging. So let's actually look at the paint and design first. He's basically your typical clone trooper design with a lot more stuff added on. And of course, he has the Emperor Palpatine, which we'll talk about that in a second. If you notice, there's a lot more tooling. The visor specifically comes off the side of the pop. Has that kind of orange design. He has this kind of little tracker thing on the side here, which is very similar to, let's say, Boba Fett. He has this little white knobby thing sticking off the side here, and there's a little bit of orange paint on it, so they put a little paint on it as well. It has an orange trim going across the side of the helmet, and you have these brown lines going across the top here as well. He has this little other antenna over here, probably some type of communication piece, I'm guessing. Orange shoulder pads, brown belt, orange on the knee pads here at the bottom, and your typical shoes, very similar to what you'd see on a clone trooper. So basically, all said and done, the color design you're looking at lots of white, lots of orange with some silver and gray mixed in, and of course a little blue tinge here, which is a nice little touch. So I mean, all in all, I think the design is spot on for this particular Funko Pop. It looks just like Clone Commander Cody. Now, let's talk about that name, Clone Commander Cody. You see me throwing some quote signs in the air, and it actually says it on the side of the packaging here is Clone Commander Cody and Clone Commander Cody down here. I think when they do that is because they don't have the full rights to the name, in this case Commander Cody, which he's really known for in the Star Wars universe, or sometimes just Cody. I don't know why they couldn't call him Commander Cody. I'm guessing some type of copyright issue is the only reason why they had to call him Clone Commander Cody. So that's what I'm going to call him, unfortunately, Clone Commander Cody. I would rather just call it Commander Cody, but because the full name is listed on the packaging, especially down here where it says Clone Commander Cody, that's his name, at least on the packaging here. So I'm going to refer to him as Clone Commander Cody. Now, as I said, he actually is holding a little blue translucent Emperor Palpatine. This is basically the effect that was happening at the end of the Revenge of the Sith movie when Order 66 happened to wipe out the Jedi. Clone Commander Cody here was holding Emperor Palpatine's transmission here, the little hologram, when the Order came in. So basically, it's a moment frozen in time for all our Star Wars fans to see this type of design. I think the design is a whole is dead on. Great design, great tooling, great color. I love the way he looks. Let's talk about the bobblehead, the articulation. This guy's articulation is really good. Normally I have lots of problems with the stupid bobblehead. This bobblehead is giving me zero issues. I can actually turn it and it will stay and hold its position, as you see me doing here. I think the spring on this one is very, very tight, which is allowing me to do this. Or they maybe redesigned how the tooling would work for the spring to make it so it will hold a pose and let you move and twist it some without really breaking or janking up that particular spring. So I do like how it actually is on a bobblehead on this one. I know, guys, it's very surprising, but the bobblehead on this one is actually holding really, really well. Now let's actually look at the only real accessory they have is the figure stand. All Star Wars Pops have this figure stand where you can actually display the figure on the stand or off the stand. I always display my Funko Pops with a Star Wars when they're out of packaging like this. I think it looks a lot better, a lot more presentable with it on the actual figure stand. And it gives it a little more height. So I think it looks really, really good. So with that being said, guys, let's go to final thoughts and wrap up this video. Okay, guys, final thoughts on the Funko Walgreens exclusive Clone Commander Cody Pop number 176 from the Star Wars series. Now, definitely first thing first, let's get out of the way right now. Definitely buy. This is a definite buy in my opinion. He was very difficult to find, let's say, in my local stores, like I talked about at the beginning of the video. I had to get this guy online through Walgreens.com. I wouldn't spend, in my honest opinion, more than maybe $25, $30 at the most for this guy. I got him at Walgreens.com. I think I spent, I want to say $9.99 on him when I actually purchased him. Usually for Walgreens Pops, when you buy them online through their store, you get it at the store pricing. They're not going to inflate the price or jack it up for flippers or out on the secondary market. I got this guy for cost, which is what you should probably get him for, and maybe double cost at the most. But that being said, let's actually talk about this guy as a whole to finish this video up. He's definitely a buy, as I said before. A silly amount of detail and tooling went into this particular guy, as I mentioned in the breakdown segment. He does look like a standard clone trooper with all the extra bits and baubles added on. The antennas, the dark wash across the top here, the orange trim on the visor, and then in the front here, the kind of in this mask, in this grill area. Him holding Emperor Palpatine, the little hologram when the Order 66 order went into effect to wipe out the Jedi. He was buddies with Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is really cool in the Revenge of the Sith movie. But definitely it's a buy in my opinion. I hope you liked this video, guys. Definitely click that like button. Always click subscribe at the bottom of the page here. And of course, you can send anything for Q&A to my P.O. Box on the side over here. Or if you want me to review anything, I would love to do that going forward. And last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my videos. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video. And bye-bye.